Professor Amina Garib Hakim, the first female president of Mauritius, professor, biodiversity expert, scientist, author. I mean, she has so many adjectives. And ma'am has been very keen to join us, and she has been with us since the inception of Peaceful Mind Mentors. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us in this initiative as a patron. And these were only few people who joined in at the first. Many or more have already joined in. So, ma'am, the stage is all yours. Please, I would like to please inaugurate the World Leaders for Mental Health.
Thank you. Thank you, Naveed, distinguished guest, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. First of all, Naveed, thank you for associating me with this very, very important event. And it gives me great pleasure to be joining you today on World Health Day for the opening ceremony of World Leaders for Mental Health. I would like to start by commending all of you, especially Naveed, for your collective effort to raise awareness on mental health issues. As you have shown an extraordinary commitment to what is a critical goal, and that is to make sure that people aren't suffering in silence, and that we have the capacity to pull together all the resources and support and the love that's out there to go after an extraordinary challenge in our society. We want to let people living with mental health challenges know that they are not alone. And we've got to be making sure that we are committed to support those with challenges, because struggling with a mental illness or caring for someone who does can be isolating. And I think everybody here who has experienced the issue in one way or the other understand that. It begins to feel as if not only you are alone, but you shouldn't burden others with the challenge and the darkness day in, day out, and what some call a cloud that you just can't seem to escape, begin to close in. The truth is, in any given year, at least 1 in 5 adults experience mental illness. I'm sure you're going to correct me and tell me there's more. Ladies and gentlemen, our initiative will hopefully lead to more success when we start garnering resources and begin to harness the collaboration of key players, including world leaders, to better craft a new and progressive narrative that will lead to a better understanding of the condition and ultimately help overcome the stigma of mental illness. Mental health is often misunderstood, especially by those who do not suffer or have suffered from it. Yet, it is becoming increasingly clear that mental health is not just a clinical or policy matter for practitioners and government, but it is an emerging social issue affecting a growing number of individuals and impacting families like never before. Public awareness needs to be raised so that clinical policy solutions become a reality. Mental health is also an issue of fundamental human rights. Ladies and gentlemen, achieving this objective is at the heart of the Sustainable Development Goal number 3 of the UN Agenda 2030, which provides all of our countries with a practical action plan for our sustainable future. It is clear that the mental and physical health role are the cornerstone of a stronger self and is essential to ensure the well-being of society. Therefore, we must continue to focus our attention on addressing issues of depression, anxiety, stress, and its effects, including bipolar diseases, schizophrenia, among so many others. We need to work synergistically, both locally and internationally. We must elaborate a holistic strategy on mental health, and I'm sure WLMH would be instrumental in this endeavor. I believe some of the recommendations would include, amongst others, strengthening effective leadership and governance for mental health, provide a comprehensive, integrated, and responsive mental health reform, implement strategies for promoting and prevention in mental health issues. We cannot allow stigma and silence to shroud vital issues of mental health. The stigma around mental health prevents us from talking about it. Stigma is toxic. It dictates not only how we feel inside, but how we are supposed to feel about others as well. It is a judgment, a label, a curse, and a social scourge, but stigma doesn't need to define us. There is the sense of shame and a reluctance to reach out for help at a time when help is desperately needed. Healing takes time, but reaching out for help is not a sign of weakness. And I think it is the most courageous thing we can do. Talking, connecting, and building honest and open relationships are crucial for mental well-being. No one has to struggle in silence. This sense of openness must become part and parcel of our day-to-day life. We must be comfortable to ask for help from family members, friends, and people we trust. Often, a simple conversation is the first step toward receiving support and help. At a personal level, I have seen my mother battle mental health challenges and how she came out of it fully with the love and the support of my family. Ladies and gentlemen, we should be in a position to implement strategies via world leaders for mental health, especially as the committee includes relevant stakeholders with interest in mental health and who are ready to give it a voice and, more importantly, deliver on SDG 3. I'm sure our fellow board members are committed to inclusivity, to ensuring that everyone, young and old alike, get the support they need and deserve. My vision is for us to embrace hope, share happiness, create chapters for improving people's livelihoods, and where we can address a wide range of social issues with targeted policies and hopefully with a plan. We must nurture stronger synergies between civil societies and the relevant authorities to monitor that these policies are fully implemented and that the experiences of people continue to be included in the formulation and the ongoing review of our policies. In conclusion, let us pool our voices together through the World Leaders for Mental Health across civil society to ensure that our ideas become enforceable and that effective policies can be crafted to address issues of mental health. We know how useful this will be at individual, family, and societal levels. Let us do more to break the stigma associated with mental health issues. Prevention is always better than cure. Promoting mental health must be given priority at all levels of society, and it should start from school. I will leave you with a beautiful quote from Bob Marley when he said, "You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only option." And it is good to know that even the darkest night will end when the sun will rise. And this is from Victor Hugo. So again, I would like to thank Professor Naveed Kapoor, the founder and the president, Peaceful Mind Foundation, and the WMH for bringing the topic to global attention. I thank you for your attention, and I look forward to exploring outcomes of your deliberations. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, ma'am. It was, I mean, the horizons were opened. Actually, when a world leader states these kind of things with full conviction and confidence, I think it goes to every household. And that is the vision of Peaceful Mind, to make psychology and mental health a household name and remove the stigma, at least by initiating talks, expressions, etc., etc. Madam President, it was great honor. We'll be in touch for further forthcoming meetings. The entire working committee wants to meet you personally after this session, maybe next week. I'll fix up a time with you. They want to discuss certain parameters, what we have discussed in the working committee.
Thank you so much, Naveed, and all the very best for today. And of course, we'll meet again next week. Yes, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.